out-of-town folks come by, or local folks. There'll be something a little more interesting there than just a dead, empty window space. We're going to put together about 20 of them. Some of them, where we have plenty of photographs and lots of information, will be specific to the building they're in. But most of them will just feature something, a historic topic of interest. You know, one of them will be promoting Fort Hill, try to get tourists to go up there from downtown. Let's see. One of them talks about the big fires we've had downtown and firemen, how they fight those. One commemorating the Bicentennial War of 1812.
Now I know what you're going to do when you run out of space.
Oh yeah, we'll just see,
creatively find spots.
The invasion is already
pretty soon.
Creeping all over
yes,
downtown.
Exactly. That's a good answer. Yeah.
We got lots of different topics, things that we have lots of nice photographs on. We're doing one on the 1937 flood, one on the Goebel assassination, and that one will be in a window looking out at where that actually happened.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing one on railroads downtown, and we can put that in a window looking out on
the
the railroad, and just however we can tie it in.
One of the other projects that you and I are plotting is working about the trolley that will be arriving in December, and it really is coming. And an idea came up after we had our meeting with you all at the Capital City Museum. Actually, Becky Shipp over at Liberty Hall had this idea, and she said, wouldn't it be nice, because we were talking about starting out, we're going to have a running loop inside the trolley, so that when you, we're going to try to sell you on everything that's happening here, and for our tourists, they can hop on this trolley and absolutely, they don't have to think from that point. No. They can just get on, get off, get back on. Yes, exactly, so that they can see everything. But her idea was we want to start each of these loops of the attractions with a visual of the front of that entity, so they know what they're looking, the entity. She said, wouldn't it be cool to have a before picture and an after picture? And I said, I know just where we could get that.
In most places that
we would
go, that wouldn't be difficult at all.
Yeah, and I was thinking that was a really great idea.
Which segues neatly into the new Frankfurt Heritage Press book, our newest photo history book, which is...
And I've seen it, and it's wonderful.
Thank you. Which is Frankfurt Yesterday and Today, and it pairs up photographs, historic photographs, 150, however long ago, with recent photos that Dr. Birch has just made, which are gorgeous.
I know it. Well, and what he did, folks, was literally take a historic photo, go to that exact spot, and from the exact angle, and get a today picture of the historic photo. And it's really fascinating. And then you tell the story of then
and the captions tell what's changed over the years, the things that aren't obvious.
And I know one of the things that I saw that was real fascinating was they're right at the as you would go onto the Capitol Bridge across the river toward the Capitol. And I didn't realize that Rebecca Ruth had a candy store there underneath.
Just across from where the bridge...
on the other, yes, exactly, yeah. And so I'm sure there's going to be all sorts of, even people that have lived here all their lives, they're going to be surprised to see that.
They've forgotten it or just never knew, because a lot of the images in there aren't a lot of folks walking around still who were here when those were made.
No.
Because we go pretty far back.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there probably would be no one left from some of those pictures. They looked, some of them.
There's a shortage of Civil War veterans, I've noticed.
Yeah, less and less every day.
Less and less every day.
Unless they might discover a skull, and you never know what happened with the skull. Yes. Also, one other thing about the trolley, I love the idea of the costume, and Russ and Nikki have agreed the costume for the driver for the trolley is going to be what, Nikki?
Yeah, we've got lots of photographs of the guys who ran the original Frankfurt trolleys, the real ones that actually ran on the tracks.
On tracks.
And we know what their clothing looked like, the cute little hats and the insignia and everything they wore. So we're investigating getting reproductions of that.
I love
made.
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It'd be a little more interesting than somebody just in jeans and a t-shirt.
Right, exactly, right.
Yeah.
And Betty Burris and Rebecca Hall that have really made this trolley happen for all of us. Even though we've had the idea for many years, they made it happen with some grant writing.
Sure.
And they really want to get a driver that is a tourism ambassador and really will spark that. It's going to be absolutely fantastic to do that. Then we've got one last project that we got to talk because we've only got about a minute and a half. But Nikki and I have an idea that has been floating around for some time, and that is a tour boat. Yes, that pun wasn't.
Yes. She stayed up all night working on that one.
Yeah, some people are pretty slow. It takes them all night. And we have an idea for a tour boat on the water and river history tours. And we only need $70,000 to make this happen. So if anyone out there happens to have, maybe Dave, maybe you've got $70,000.
He's probably got it on him.
He probably does in his back pocket. But all joking aside, we just started really getting serious about this. We found one, well, we did, that was the royal we. He found one that we can purchase, brand new. We're even thinking about doing the steam engine version. It looks kind of like the African Queen.
Think African Queen and Humphrey Bogart movie.
Yes, exactly. If you're old enough.
Imagine that chugging up and down the river.
Yes, giving tours.
Through Frankfurt.
Yes.
That's a nice image.
Well, I say we need to figure out a clever way to let everybody in the city and the county be a part of this.
Yep. Well, I figure we can have a naming contest or something like that.
We need to come up with that. And but if you would like to be the very first one to donate, we would also let you do this.
Yes.
So if you would like to do that, you could either contact Nikki Hughes at the Capital City Museum or myself at Frankfurt Tourism. And we would be more than happy to give you a tax deduction going toward the tour boat. We'll have to start a naming thing.
Yeah. I've got some ideas, but we'll see what people come up with.
Oh, yeah. That could be scary.
Yes.
Well, listen, thank you, Nikki, very, very much.
Sure, thank you.
Folks, please don't forget all the things that are happening in October and go to visitfrankfurt.com and find about all of them. And you need to go very quickly because you probably need tickets. Thanks, Nikki.